The clock keeps ticking down the hall, but I don't hear it change at all. Every hour looks the same since you forgot my name. I leave the light on like before, in case you come back through the door. I tell myself it won't be long, but I've been waiting far too long. And I know deep down it's true, but my heart won't let me lose you. I'm still waiting here, like you never disappeared, holding on to empty space, wishing I could see your face. Every night I call your name, like it might bring you back again, but all I get is silence near, while I'm still waiting here. Your side of bed is still untouched, like you might come back in a rush. I haven't moved a single thing from the life you used to bring. I hear your voice in passing wind, like you're almost here again. But every time I turn around, there's only echoes in the sound. I pretend you're not so far, but I still miss who you are. I'm still waiting here through every lonely tear, hoping time will change its mind and bring you back one more time. I don't know how to let you go, even though I should know you're not coming back, I fear. But I'm still waiting here. Maybe I'm the only one still chasing what is done. Maybe love don't come again once it reaches its own end. But if there's even the slightest chance that you return, I'd still stand right here where I always am, waiting like I don't understand. I'm still waiting here, even when it's clear that forever turned to dust, and it wasn't meant for us. Still I hold on through the pain, like you might come back again, even though you're not near. I'm still waiting here, still waiting, still waiting here on my own. You're sitting right here, but you feel so far, like I'm talking to a different heart. Same face, same hands, same eyes, but something in you says goodbye. We laugh sometimes, but it sounds wrong, like we're singing a broken song. I reach for you, you drift away, even when you choose to stay. And I don't know how to say, you changed in every possible way. I miss who you were before the distance blurred, before your touch went cold, before I lost your soul. You're here but not the same, just a shadow of your name, and it hurts space between, like you're fading from a dream. You don't look at me the same, like I'm someone you can't reclaim. And I'm still holding on so tight to the version of you in my mind. I try to love what's left of you, but I'm still loving someone new. I miss who you were before the world got blurred, before we lost our way, before the words we couldn't say. You're next to me but gone, like a fading distant song, and I don't know what is true. I miss who you were in you. Maybe people never stay, maybe love just slips away, or maybe I just can't accept the version of you I met. If I could turn back time again, I'd freeze us at the very end, before we both became unsure, before I lost what I adore. I miss who you were when your love felt pure, before it broke apart, before you left my heart. Now I'm standing in the rain with the memory of your name, and it hurts more than it should. I miss who you were, I wish you would. I miss you, not just you, but who you used to be too. It didn't break all at once, it broke in quiet little cuts. A glance of silence, then you turn. A love I watched slowly burn. You stood there like a fading light, already gone before goodbye. And I could feel it in my chest, that nothing here was left. I didn't see it coming through until it was already losing you. It was the day my heart fell apart. No warning, just a falling star. No sound, no crash, just empty space where your love used to stay. I tried to hold what slipped away, but something's breaking, won't obey. And I still live inside the scar of the day my heart fell apart. You didn't fight, you didn't cry, you just let the moment die, like it was something overdue, like letting go was easy for you. I stood there learning how to breathe, while everything abandoned me. And every second after then I lost myself again. And I keep replaying why I couldn't change goodbye. It was the day my heart fell apart, right there where we fell apart. No thunder, no dramatic end, just a love that couldn't mend. I called your name into the air, but you were never really there. And I still carry every part of the day my heart fell apart. If I could turn the hands of time, I'd rewrite every line, hold you closer, make you stay, before you drifted away. my heart fell apart. It was the day my heart fell apart, and nothing else could heal the dark. I thought forever had your name, but forever turned to pain. Now I'm standing in the rain with pieces I can't reclaim, and I still fall apart. Since the day my heart fell apart, left in the dark. The day my heart fell apart. We knew the ending from the start, felt it beating in our hearts. Every moment, every touch carried weight of not enough. We were dancing on the edge of a promise we couldn't pledge, holding on like we were blind to the truth we left behind. We tried to make forever stay inside a love that slipped away. We loved in borrowed time, like it was always mine, like forever wasn't breaking. With every breath we're taking, we held on to the light that we could change goodbye. But love don't rewrite design, we just loved in borrowed time. Every kiss felt like the last, like we were running from the past, counting seconds in our hands, like grains of slipping sand. Your eyes told me what you couldn't say, that you were slowly fading away, and I kept pretending not to see you were already leaving me. We built a world that couldn't last, a future buried in the past. We loved in borrowed time, like it was always mine, like forever wasn't breaking. With every breath we're taking, we held on to the light that we could change goodbye. But love don't rewrite design, we just loved in borrowed time. If I could stop the clock right there, when your fingers touch my hair, I'd live forever in that place, before the tears fell down your face. But time was never ours to keep, it gave us love then let it leave. Now all that's left are echoes and rhyme of hearts that lived on borrowed time. We loved in borrowed time, and I still call you mine. Even though you're not beside me, your memory still defines me. We try to fight the end, but hearts like ours don't mend. When fate draws such a line, we just loved in borrowed time. Now I'm alone with what we knew, that I was only passing through your life, your heart, your time, and still I called it mine. Found your sweater in the bottom of the bin. Still smells like the coffee in the places we've been. For a second I'm back in the glow of your light, before the winter moved in and took over the night. It's a beautiful sting, it's a sharp kind of grace, to remember your touch while I stare into space. Like a favorite song playing out of a wreck, I can still feel the ghost of your arms around my neck. We were honey and salt, we were velvet and glass, a summer that knew it was destined to pass. I'm smiling at photos while I'm choking on tears, trying to pack up the best of our years. The wine that we saved has a vinegar bite, but I'm drinking it down in the middle of the night, because even the hurt is a piece of the prize. When I remember the way that I looked in your eyes. Oh, it's bitter, it's sweet, it's the heart of the mess. A beautiful note and a broken down yes. I'm grateful for the fire, even though I got burned, and I'm keeping the love and the lessons I learned. It's the sugar on the blade, it's the nectar in the weed. Everything we were was so bitter and sweet. I wouldn't trade the hello to skip the goodbye. I'd rather have the memory than a wide empty sky. So I'll carry the ache and I'll carry the glow, and I'll taste you in every cold wind that'll blow. It's a heavy kind of magic, a jagged relief, to find so much beauty in the middle of grief. Yeah, it's bitter, it's sweet, it's the heart of the mess. A beautiful note and a broken down yes. I'm grateful for the fire, even though I got burned, and I'm keeping the love and the lessons I learned. It's the sugar on the blade, it's the nectar in the weed. Everything we were was so bitter and sweet. A little bit of sugar, sweet, so bittersweet. The walls are closing in by a fraction every day. I'm struggling to find the words I never got to say. The oxygen is heavy, like it's turned into lead, and I'm choking on the echoes of the things you said. I try to take a breath, but the air is thin and cold. I'm losing my grip on the hand I used to hold. Every room in this house is a vacuum of you, and I'm drowning in a sky that's a darker shade of blue. I open up the window just to feel the morning air, but it doesn't reach the places where the hurt is sitting there. It's a pressure on my ribs, it's a tightening in my chest, like a runner who's forgotten how to take a second's rest. I see a coat hanging on the hook behind the door, and I can't seem to find my steady footing anymore. The simple act of living has become a jagged climb, and I'm running out of air, and I'm running out of time. And oh, it's so hard to breathe without you here. The atmosphere is thick with the salt of every tear. I'm gasping for a moment where the pressure might subside, but there's nowhere left for a broken heart to hide. Inhale the gone, exhale the white, watching every cloud drift across a lonely sky. I'm counting every heartbeat like a ticking of a clock, waiting for the air to return to the block. But the more I try to fight it, the more I start to sink. I'm standing on the edge and I'm afraid to even blink. Yeah, it's so hard to breathe without you here. The atmosphere is thick with the salt of every tear. I'm gasping for a moment where the pressure might subside, but there's nowhere left for a broken heart to hide. My lungs are just a memory of the way we used to be. Now the silence is a weight that is crashing down on me. It's hard to breathe. Yeah, it's so hard to breathe. Just a shallow breath in the shadow of us, trying to find the rhythm in the middle of the dust. Gasping for it, but you're not. Hard to breathe. So hard to breathe. So hard to breathe. The sky crashed softly the night you left, like you knew my heart had nothing left. Your footsteps faded down the street. Now every silence feels incomplete. Your voice still lingers in the air, in every place we used to share. I close my eyes, you're still the same, but I wake up calling out your name. And every drop that falls tonight feels like tears I cannot hide. I still hear you in the rain, whispering my name again, like a melody that won't let go. Even though you're gone, I know every storm just brings you near. Through the echoes I still hear love we lost, the pain remains. I still hear you in the rain. Your picture fades, but not your smile. I've been lost here for a while. The world keeps turning, I stand still, caught between goodbye and will. The thunder sounds just like your voice, calling me without a choice. And every lightning in the sky feels like the moment you said goodbye. I try to run from memories, but they fall like rain on me. I still hear you in the rain, whispering my name again, like a melody that won't let go. Even though you're gone, I know every storm just brings you near. Through the echoes I still hear love we lost, the pain remains. I still hear you in the rain. If I could hold you one more time, I'd never let you cross that line between the past and what we were, between the silence and the blur. But all I have are stormy nights and broken dreams and distant lights. You're just a sound I can't explain, a ghost that lives inside the rain. I still hear you in the rain, calling out through the pain, like a song that never ends. hoping I might hear you then, but it's just the rain saying your name. I'm tiptoeing through the kitchen at the break of day, careful where I point my heart and the words I choose to say. The air is like a thin spun glass, a wire pulled too tight, left over from the battle that we fought throughout the night. I used to dance across these floors, I used to run and leap, but now I'm moving softly while the shadows are asleep. One heavy breath, one clumsy step, one word that's out of line, and I'll trigger all the tripwires of a love that's in decline. My knees are weak from balancing, my lungs are short of air, living in the wreckage of a long denied despair. And I'm walking on eggshells, barefoot in the dark, trying not to crash the ghost of dying spark. Every inch is a minefield, every look is a blade in this fragile little kingdom that we went and made. I'm holding in the I love yous, I'm swallowing the white just to keep from shattering. A slow and steady hell, walking on eggshells. I see you at the table with your coffee and your phone. We're sitting 3 feet apart, but we've never been so alone. I wanna reach across the wood and take you by the hand, but I'm terrified of shifting all this white and jagged sand. You're waiting for a reason, I'm waiting for a sign, a way to cross the border and a way to bridge the line. But the floor is covered in the shards of everything we've broken. I'm afraid to find the fire behind all of the smoke. Is it really living if you're scared to make a sound? If you're watching every shadow that falls upon the ground? I'd rather have the shout and I'd rather have the storm than this freezing brittle silence where it used to be so warm. Yeah, I'm walking on eggshells, barefoot in the dark, trying not to crash the ghost of dying spark. Every inch is a minefield, every look is a blade in this fragile little kingdom that we went and made. I'm holding in the I love yous, I'm swallowing the white just to keep from shattering a hollow porcelain sky. It's a quiet kind of torture, a slow and steady hell, walking on eggshells. Crackle, snap underneath my feet, the bitter and the sweet. I'm tired of the balance, I'm tired of the weight. Maybe it's better to just let them break. I used to wake up feeling bright, like even pain could turn the light. But now the mornings feel the same, just empty air and missing name. You were the spark inside my chest, the reason I felt blessed. Now everything I used to know has lost its glow, and I don't know how to say. You took it all away. You took my light away, left me in like I'm a shadow of myself, left on a broken shelf. I try to laugh, I try to be the person I used to see, but every time I look inside, there's nothing left to hide. And I keep wondering why you had to dim my sky. You took my light away, and I'm still trying to stay in a world that feels so cold, without the warmth I used to hold. I reach for something I can't find, a glow you left behind, and I don't know what to say. You took my light away. You took my light away. If love was meant to lift me high, why do I still feel like I'm dying inside? Maybe you didn't mean to break, but everything is what you take. Now I'm learning how to breathe in a darker version of me, and hope someday I'll find a light that's mine. You took my light away, and I still feel it every day, like a flame that couldn't last, burned out too fast. I'm still searching through the haze of the love that left its trace, and I don't know what to say. You took my light away. You took my light away. You came like sunlight through my rain, warm enough to numb the pain. You made forever sound so true. I believed it all in you. We talked like time would never end, like broken hearts could always mend. But even fire learns to fade when love was never meant to stay. I should have seen it in your eyes, the way you practiced every lie. Your love was temporary, like a song too sweet to carry. It played inside my heart too long. Now it's gone, but still feels strong. You held me like I was the one, and disappeared like morning sun. And now I see so clearly, finally. Your love was temporary. You left your shadow on my skin, like a memory I can't win. Every touch still feels the same, even though you changed your name. I built a home out of your words. Now I'm living in the hurt of promises that never grew, just faded out when I lost you. And I replay every part where you slowly broke my heart. Your love was temporary, beautiful but not meant to carry. You stayed just long enough to make a heart believe then break. Now I'm left with empty time, and your ghost still feels like mine. And I'm learning painfully, your love was temporary, but it still feels legendary. Like a flame that burns so bright, it left me dark every night. And even though you're gone from me, you still live in memory. And I finally can see your love was temporary, but it broke me. Still loving what you used to be. You came like wind through open doors, soft at first, then nothing more. I tried to hold what couldn't be, but you were never meant for me. We built a world out of maybe and someday, but you were always halfway away. Even when you said you'd try, I could see the goodbye in your eyes. I should've known from the start, some loves don't know how to stay in the heart. It was a love that never stayed, just a moment that slipped away, like sunlight fading into night, like promises losing their fight. I held on but you let go. Now I'm the only one who knows what it feels like to be betrayed by a love that never stayed. Your shadow lingered on my skin, like you were still here deep within. But every touch turned into air, a presence that was never there. I kept your name inside my chest, like it could somehow still be blessed. But love that leaves without a trace leaves emptiness I can't replace. And I keep asking why and how, but you're just gone, not here now. It was a love that never stayed, no matter how much I prayed. It passed me like a passing storm, left me cold and left me torn. I thought forever had your name, but forever never came. And now I'm lost in what we made, a love that never stayed. A love that never stayed. Maybe you were never mine, just a chapter lost in time, a lesson wrapped in something sweet that made my heart forget to be. If I could turn back every night, I'd learn to see the fading light before I gave you all I had, before it turned from good to bad. It was a love that never stayed, but it still left me afraid of every future, every door that feels like you walked though before. I'm learning slowly, piece by piece, to let your memory release. But part of me will always stay with the love that never stayed. Never stayed, never mine. Just love that slipped out of time. The door has been closed for 100 odd days, since the house lost its pulse and we went separate ways. I still haven't turned the thermostat down in the quietest corner of this hollowed out town. I walk by the handle and I swear that it turned just a trick of the light and the lesson I've learned. But I smell your perfume through the gap in the wood, and I'd open it up if I thought that I should. The hallway is narrow, the shadows are long, and the silence is singing our favorite song. There's a ghost in the guest room, sleeping in the sheets, waiting for a heart that no longer beats. It doesn't make a sound, it doesn't leave a trace, just a heavy kind of nothing in a familiar space. I'm a stranger in the kitchen, a prisoner in the hall, while the memory of you is bouncing off the wall. I can't let you in and I can't make you go. There's a ghost in the guest room that I used to know. That I used to know. I left a glass of water on the nightstand drawer, just in case you get thirsty like you did once before. The pillows are straight and the duvet is tucked like a moment in time. It's eternally stuck. I find myself whispering goodnight to the air, to the dent in the mattress that says you were there. But the floorboards don't creak when you're walking around in a kingdom of grief where no treasure is found. Is it haunting or healing to keep the door locked, to live in a house where the pendulum stopped? I'm terrified of the day that I walk in the room and find only dust and a vacuum of gloom. 'Cause there's a ghost in the guest room, sleeping in the sheets, waiting for a heart that no longer beats. It doesn't make a sound, it doesn't leave a trace, just a heavy kind of nothing in a familiar space. I'm a stranger in the kitchen, a prisoner in the hall, while the memory of you is bouncing off the wall. I can't let you in and I can't make you go. There's a ghost in the guest room that I used to know. Sleep tight in the pale moonlight behind the white door. I don't hear your footsteps on the carpet anymore. Just the ghost, just the guest, the one I love the most. The one I love the most. I'm lying on the left side, staring at the wall, listening for a movement, a whisper or a call. The mattress is a canyon, I'm all a cotton bed, stretching out between us in this cold and quiet bed. I remember when the middle was the only place to be, tangled up in always just you and just me. But now the air is frozen and the fabrics pull so tight, like a border crossing barrier in the middle of the night. I reach out a finger just to feel the heat of skin, but I'm terrified to find out that you won't let me in. Oh, there's 1,000 miles of distance in the sheets tonight, even though you're sitting right within my reach. Inside, it's a desert made of linen, it's an ocean made of lace, and I'm looking for a heartbeat in this vast and empty space. We're sleeping in the same room, but we're worlds and worlds apart, staring at the ceiling with the heavy hollow heart. Yeah, the loneliest I've ever been is right here in our retreat. this distance in the sheets. You're breathing slow and steady, but I know that you're awake, counting every promise that we're both about to break. The moon is throwing shadows that look like jagged glass across the wide horizon where we let the moments pass. I'm holding on to my edge, afraid to move a limb, watching all the somedays start to flicker and go dim. We used to be a fire, now we're just a fading spark, lost in the geography of the silence in the dark. If I'm moving an inch toward you, would you pull the covers back? Or will the earth just open up and deepen every crack? I'm a stranger to your shoulder, I'm a ghost against your spine, waiting for a hello or a single saving sign. 'Cause there's 1,000 miles of distance in the sheets tonight, even though you're sitting right within my reach. Inside, it's a desert made of linen, it's an ocean made of waste, and I'm looking for a heartbeat in this vast and empty space. We're sleeping in the same room, but we're worlds and worlds apart, staring at the ceiling with the heavy hollow heart. Yeah, the loneliest I've ever been is right here in our retreat, with all this distance in the sheets. Don't move, don't speak, the ice is getting weak, just the sound of the clock, just the turning of the lock. Still here, but nowhere near. Distance in the sheets. Distance in the sheets. I smiled so you wouldn't ask what I was hiding in the past. I learned to say I'm doing fine while breaking down 1,000 times. You saw the laughter, saw the light, but never what I hid at night. The part of me I kept behind, so you could never read my mind. And I got good at playing strong, even when I was so wrong. This is the pain you never saw, the quiet cracks behind it all. I carry love, I carry blame, while smiling through the rain. You never knew how much I bled inside the words we never said, and I was falling all alone in a pain you never saw. I held your hand while I was lost, pretending I could bear the cost of loving you more than myself, and putting my heart on a shelf. You thought I had it all together, like I would stay like this forever. But every I'm okay I spoke was another way I broke. And I wish you could have known how lonely I felt alone. This is the pain you never saw, the hidden truth behind it all. Every tear I kept inside, every time I said I lied. You saw the love, you missed the scars, the broken pieces of who we are. And I was slowly coming undone in the pain you never saw. Maybe I should have let it show, but I was scared you let me go. So I became a silent storm just to keep your world warm. If love means losing who I am, then I was never part of your plan, just a shadow playing strong all along. This is the pain you never saw, the part of me you couldn't call. I loved you more than I could in my own quiet, broken way. And now I finally understand. I let myself slip through my hands while you were still thinking I was strong in the pain you never saw. Never saw, never knew, but it was always there for you. In the space you left behind, there's a quiet where your laughter used to live, a hollow room where warmth would give. The walls still remember your name, but they echo back the same. Your side of the bed stays cold at night, like it's waiting for your light. I turn away, but still I see the shape you made inside of me. And I don't know how to feel this air when you're everywhere and not here. It's the space you left behind that's the hardest thing to find. No matter where I try to go, it follows me, it won't let go. I thought time would make it fade, but it only carved your shape into every part of me. That's where you still will be, in the space you left behind. I still set 2 cups on the table, like my heart refuses to be stable. Every habit pulls me back to a love that turned to black. I hear your voice in passing cars and distant lights and falling stars. The world keeps moving like it should, but I'm still lost in what was good. I try to build a life anew, but everything leads back to you. It's the space you left behind that lives inside my mind, a ghost I never learned to chase, still breathing in this empty space. I tell myself I'll be alright, but you still visit every night, and I can't escape what I can't replace. The space you left behind, your trace. If I could close that empty door, would I stop needing you anymore? Or would I break a little more than I already was before? 'Cause even when I close my eyes, you're still the reason that I cry. A love that time could not erase still lives inside this hollow place. It's the space you left behind that I carry all the time, like a wound I will not close, like a memory that still grows. I try to move, I try to heal, but I can't change how I feel. You're gone, but I can still find the space you left behind. And I'm still here, standing still inside the space you left behind. I still hear your laughter in the empty room, like a ghost that lingers in the fading gloom. Your shadow dances on the walls at night, turn around, there's no more light. We used to talk till the morning came. Now I whisper only to your name. Every word you said still echoes true, but the silence screams I've lost you. I try to hold on to every sound, but love got lost and never found. When your voice became silence, my world lost its song. Every I love you faded, now it feels so wrong. I'm calling your name in the quiet, but nothing replies. When your voice became silence, a part of me died. Your sweater still hangs by the door, like you might walk in just like before. I trace the lines of memories we made, but every color slowly turns to gray. I replay the last goodbye we said. Every word is stuck inside my head. Did you mean it when you walked away, or did love just slowly decay? I tried to find you in the noise, but heartbreak stole your voice. When your voice became silence, my world lost its song. Every I love you faded, now it feels so wrong. I'm calling your name in the quiet, but nothing replies. When your voice became silence, a part of me died. If I could hear you just one more time, I'd hold every word like a fragile rhyme. Even if it breaks me all again, I'd still listen till the end. But the night is cold and you're not here, just memories drowning in my tears. When your voice became silence, the music was gone. I'm dancing with echoes, trying to move on, but every heartbeat reminds me of what we used to be. When your voice became silence, you took all of me. Now I live in the quiet you left behind, still searching for a voice I'll never find. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed we used to share, watching dust motes dance in the heavy frozen air. I found your coffee mug with the chip along the rim. The house is getting quiet and the light is getting dim. I had a list of reasons, I had 1,000 pleas, but they stay locked behind my teeth like rusted, broken keys. Now the walls are white and hollow, and the floorboards start to groan under the weight of all the secrets that I've kept as my own. The air is thick with ghosts of words I should've let go free. Now they're just a wall of glass between who you were and me. And it's everything we didn't say, it's screaming in the hall. The I'm sorry's and the I love you's written on the wall. It's the silence in the kitchen, it's the quiet in the car. distance in a whisper that feels like we're too far. I'm drowning in the sentences I kept inside my chest, while the version of our story that we lived is laid to rest. It's the loudest sound I've ever heard. The dead all never pay everything we didn't say. I remember that Tuesday when the rain was hitting hard. We stood there in the doorway with our hearts on separate guards. I wanted to say stay, I wanted to say wait, but I just watched the taillights as you pulled out of the gate. I thought we had forever to figure out the truth, to trade in all the pride we've been hoarding since our youth. But the clock ran out of battery, the signal's gone to black, and there's no train of conversation that can bring the feeling back. Is it a lie if you never spoke the truth out loud, or just a different kind of shadow hiding in a cloud? I'm shouting at the ceiling, I'm begging for a sound, but the heavy unsaid history is pinning me to the ground. And it's everything we didn't say, the screaming in the hall, the I'm sorry's and the I love you's written on the wall. It's the silence in the kitchen, it's the quiet in the car, it's the distance in a whisper that feels like we're too far. I'm drowning in the sentences I kept inside my chest, while the version of our story that we lived is laid to rest. It's the loudest sound I've ever heard. The dead all never pay everything we didn't say. I need you, I'm lonely, don't leave. Now they're just echoes on a long empty sleeve, just a whisper in the wind, just a way we might have been, everything we didn't say. Everything we didn't say. I'm standing on the ridge where the city meets the sky, holding up my phone, just waiting for a while. I can see your house from here, a tiny spark of gold. The air between us is getting thin and getting cold. I keep hitting redial like a prayer I can't let go, but the bars are dropping down and the rhythm's getting slow. I remember when your voice was like a wire to my soul. Now I'm just a pilot who has lost his remote control. The delivered turns descendant, then it disappears to gray, like the words I should've used to make you want to stay. And I'm losing the signal, I'm falling out of range into a sudden silence that feels heavy and feels strange. I'm shouting through the crackle, I'm begging through the hiss, but I'm losing you in all the frequencies we missed. One bar, then none, and the screen goes choice, or the mountain in the way, or the million miles of pride that we let grow every day. I can almost hear a hello, then the digital breaks up like a drop of bitter poison in a crystal coffee cup. I'm chasing ghosts of satellites across the midnight blue, trying to find a frequency that leads me back to you. But the tower's out of service and the cable's been cut deep, and I've got 1,000 secrets that I'm forced to keep. They say that no connection is a connection of its own, a way of being together while you're standing all alone. But I'm looking at the darkness where your laughter used to be, and realizing that the broadcast isn't reaching me. Yeah, I'm losing the signal, I'm falling out of range into a sudden silence that feels heavy and feels strange. I'm shouting through the crackle, I'm begging through the hiss, but I'm losing you in all the frequencies we missed. One bar, then none, and the screen goes black and still. I'm standing on the summit of a lonely, jagged hill, lost in the static of a heart that's had enough. Losing the signal of our love, searching, reconnecting, failed. The messages unnailed, just a hum in the wire, just a cold dying fire. Signal lost. You left so clean, like you rehearsed goodbye. No trembling hands, no tear in your eye. But I was still there in the aftermath, counting the pieces you forgot in the past. Your sweater still hangs on the chair, your name still lingers in the air. Funny how you took your flight, but left your shadow in my life. You walked away like it was nothing new, but you didn't take all of you. There are pieces you never took, still scattered in coffee mug is still half full, like time forgot to make it dull. And every room you used to know still feels like it won't let you go. I try to pack a memory away, but some things never fade or decay. They stay behind, they stay alive, like they were meant to survive. Thought that leaving meant goodbye, but some things never die. There are pieces you never took, still hiding in every book of the story we never wrote, of the words you never spoke. You took your steps into the night, but left behind the hardest fight. Now I'm drowning in the truth of the pieces you never took from you. Maybe you didn't mean to leave everything you gave to me, or maybe words without a name. There are pieces you never took, still living in every look of the life I can't restart. Without you inside my heart, you may be gone, but I can't deny you still exist in every try to move on. But I still feel the pieces you never took were real, and I still live inside the proof of the pieces you never took. I'm dialing through the frequencies, searching for your name, but every station that I find just sounds the same. The hum beneath the floorboards, a buzzing in the hall, the ghost of a connection that we couldn't keep it all. I remember when our harmony was crystal clear and loud, before the signal drifted and we lost it in the clouds. Now I'm staring at the speakers, waiting for a sign, but there's a wall of white noise on the other side of mine. The needles jumping over every word we used to know, caught in the friction of a love that's letting go. Now we're just static hearts beating out of time, trying to find the rhythm or a reason or a rhyme. With a crackle on the radio, the flicker in the light, two fading signals in the middle of the night. I can almost hear you whisper, then the wave begins to break until the silence is the only thing we have left to make. Lost in the interference, worlds and worlds apart, beating like a static heart. Beating like a static heart. I try to tune the tension, I try to turn the dial to get back to the version where we had a little style. But the wire's getting frayed and the copper's turning cold, and I'm holding on to stories that were never meant to be told. You're 1,000 miles of distance and a mountain of regret, a frequency of always that I haven't mastered yet. I'm shouting through the gravel and I'm screaming through the grid, but the air is just too heavy and the satellites are split. Is it the weather or is it just the end? Are you a lover or a ghost of a friend? I'm listening for a heartbeat in the rush of the rain, but all I hear is static and the echo of the pain. Now we're just static hearts beating out of time, trying to find the rhythm